Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a powerful truth about faith, one that many of us grapple with. What happens when God feels silent? When you're praying, hoping, waiting, and all you hear is to quiet, does that mean God isn't working? Or is his power just operating in ways we can't always see, shaping a deeper faith within us? Let's rewind thousands of years to a young man named Joseph. He was a dreamer, literally. God gave him visions of a future where his family bowed down to him. Imagine the excitement, the hope. But Joseph's brothers, fueled by jealousy, had other plans. They threw him into a pit, then sold him into slavery. One minute, he's a favored son. The next, he's a piece of property far from home. Did God feel silent then? Absolutely. Joseph was alone, betrayed, a slave in Egypt. Where was the dream? Where was the divine protection? But even in slavery, Joseph excelled. God's favor was quietly, almost invisibly with him. He rose to power in Potiphar's household. Things were looking up until temptation struck. Falsely accused by Potiphar's wife, Joseph was thrown into prison. Can you feel the weight of that? Another pit, another unjust suffering. Years passed. In that cold, dark prison, Joseph used his God-given gift to interpret dreams for fellow inmates, including Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker. He asked the cupbearer to remember him when he was restored to Pharaoh's service, and the cupbearer he forgot. For 2 more years, Joseph languished, forgotten. The silence must have been deafening. Was God really working? Or had he abandoned him entirely? Then a crisis in Egypt. Pharaoh had troubling dreams, and no one could interpret them. Suddenly the cupbearer remembered Joseph, a flicker of hope in the deep darkness. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh, not as a slave, not as a prisoner, but as a man of God. He interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, predicting 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine. And just like that, the silence broke. Pharaoh, seeing God's wisdom in Joseph, appointed him second in command over all of Egypt, from prison to palace in a single day. The invisible work, the quiet power, was now revealed in stunning fashion. Years later, as the famine gripped the land, Joseph's brothers, the very ones who betrayed him, arrived in Egypt seeking food. They didn't recognize the powerful governor before them. Joseph tested them, observed them, and finally, in one of the most emotional scenes in the Bible, he revealed himself. And this is where the deep faith truly shines. Joseph didn't rage, he didn't seek revenge. Instead, he uttered these incredible words: "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." But Genesis 50:20. He saw God's hand in every painful step, every moment of silence. God wasn't absent, he was preparing, refining, orchestrating. His silence was not absence, it was purposeful quiet. So the next time God feels silent in your life, remember Joseph. Remember that sometimes his most powerful work happens in the quietest moments, preparing you for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. Keep the faith, stay rooted in hope, and trust that even in the stillness, God is working. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share.